Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 13, and also the Episode 14 today. You know it, I've been watching My Hero Academia since the beginning, you know, like Episode 1, Season 1. If you want to see my entire binge watching of My Hero Academia, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. And I'm gonna put the link also for the previous episode, just in case you want to see me crying like hell. Like really, the two last episodes were a lot for me. I cried so much. For sure, I expected to cry, you know, during, not the previous episode, but the one before that, because it was the end of the fight and I was so worried for All Might to potentially die. I felt really like that All Might, like the Master, they were ready to die, to sacrifice themselves because they knew that they had an heir to take their legacy after that. So they were ready to die, really, both of them. At the end, you know, no one died. All Might won, but he won at what price? To say goodbye to the rest of the quirk that he had in himself, meaning that now he can't use his quirk anymore. He has that skinny appearance forever, you know, and everyone knows about it. And that was so big, and you know, the consequences really of this fight, for everyone to know his real appearance, for everyone to understand soon that he doesn't have his quirk anymore, because for now they don't know it. He tried, you know, to keep that image of the one who is winning and all, you know, with that thing at the end, and that's great, but at some point they're gonna see that he's not appearing anymore with this appearance, he's not fighting villains anymore, so at some point they're gonna understand. And no matter what, during this fight, they understood that during all of this time he lied, that something is going on, that he can lose against villains, that superheroes, they are not so perfect because they can lie, because they can lose. And all of that thing about that image of justice, that image of peace, of hope, and all of that, people are beginning to lose it, and that's really bad. For the future, it's really bad. For All Might's future, I don't know really how it's gonna be, because okay, he can still teach stuff to Dekku, and that's so great, we need that. That's why also he didn't want to die at the end, because he knows that he still has a lot of things, you know, to learn to Dekku. But for the rest, like for the other students and all, I don't know how it's gonna be. But that was big, all of this episode. The Master is in jail, but for how long? I have the impression that he can be released, and he understood a lot of things about the fact that All Might doesn't have his quirk anymore, the fact that he passed it, you know, to Dekku. Like, really, if they are releasing him, I mean, they, the League of Villains, they can learn a lot just by that, you know, just by doing it. It can be awful. And for sure, I cried a lot during this episode, this fight, the consequences of it. Dekku, when he understood that his hero didn't have his quirk anymore, that it was the end of All Might, his tears, it really broke me. But during the previous episode, I cried also a lot. Maybe you didn't expect it, but if you are there since the beginning of this binge watching, I think that you had to know it inside of you. His mother, Dekku's mother, facing All Might, that was already amazing. But the fact that she took all of her strength, you know, she was shaking, she was crying, but she managed to say no to All Might because she didn't want her son to come back to the school, because she doesn't know if it's really a safe place for him, and she wants for him to have his dream, but not at this school. She's so worried and all, and she has been since so long now, and no one is there to reassure her, to to really be there for her and all. I'm seeing it since a long time, that already. So to have her, you know, being like that in front of him, I was already crying. So at the end, when All Might is really kneeling and telling her that he can understand and that he's ready to give up on his life just to be Deku's teacher, just to be able to learn him stuff, for Deku to be his predecessor, so he said that. So okay, they didn't say the truth about the quirk, about what is going on right there, but he said that he wants Deku to be the next him, so that's something. And for Deku's mom to answer that, okay, let's do that, but without the part of sacrificing yourself, of dying, I was done. She's so great, she's the best. Like, I'm thinking that since so long now, that she's the best. Each time that she was appearing, I found her so sweet. And right there, how she was, how she acted, I could understand everything. I was with her with everything, and I love her so much. She's the best. One of you guys, I think that it was on Patreon, told me that really into all of the animes that person watched, and I think that also we watched together, she's maybe the best parent that we ever had. I think that for all of the animes that I watched, I think that yes, she's one of the best. Like, truly, I love her so much. So right there, you know, these 2 episodes that we're gonna watch today, I really hope that I'm not gonna cry during them. Like, that's it. Please, no thing else. Let's deal with the consequences of the fight. Let's come back to school. The fact that now they're gonna be into a dorm and all of that, that can be fun. Let's enjoy ourselves a little together with coming back to school, discovering the dorms, stuff like that. It could be great. I think that we're gonna have a discussion between Deku and Bakugo. Bakugo, I think that he guessed what is going on with Deku and All Might relationship, with the fact that maybe All Might he lost his quirk, all of that. Like, I think that we need a conversation like that between Deku and Bakugo, and it would be great also for them as characters and also for their relationship, because we saw it evolving through time, but you know, baby step by baby step, and right there, season 3, middle of it, it would be great to have a real evolution, you know, for that. So maybe I'm gonna have it during one of these 2 episodes that I'm gonna watch today. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you have 4 episodes of advance, it's really a lot, 4 episodes of advance, it means 2 episodes of advance, with extended reaction parts, which are already great because I'm not forced to cut each 5 seconds and to play with opacity, and also a lot of full reaction parts, so that I put for a lot of episodes which were so big that I couldn't cut into it, you know, for you guys on Patreon. I wanted to share everything with you guys. So if you want these advantages, to have 4 episodes of advance and to have extended and full reaction part, you can come on my Patreon to support me. It can be really appreciated. I'm a little reactor on YouTube and also on Patreon, so if you want and if you can, it could be really great, really useful. Let's go for this episode! Same, I'm gonna cry again! Please think about her each time that you're taking a risk and all. Nah, because you are not a natural born hero. She's the best. She faced you. Oh, she's so scared and sad also, maybe, of him leaving her. Oh, just that, it's Wow!
築3日の学生よ。ハイツアライアンス。
Heights Alliance.
僕らの家だ。
All of you accepted?
今回の要請は生徒の安全を確保するだけじゃない。依然拭えぬ脅威、内通者を見極めるものでもある。教師だけでなく生徒にまで。
I'm glad you're talking about it. I did not forget that we have a rat inside somewhere.
象徴の喪失、その影響は時を経るにつれ大きく現れるだろう。
When they're gonna understand that he doesn't have his cloak
今は
anymore.
みんな入寮の許可下りたんだな。
Yes?
その前に一つ、当面は合宿で取る予定だった仮免取得に向けて動いていく。
Yes, I forgot about that.
霧島、八百万、轟、緑谷、飯田、この5人はあの晩、あの場所へ爆音救出へ赴いた。
Yes. About that?
その様子だと、行くそぶりはみんなも把握していたわけだ。
About breaking the rules?
オールマイトの引退がなければ俺は爆音二郎花倉以外行った5人はもちろん把握しながら止められなかった12人も
Oh!
正規の手続きを踏み正規の活躍をして信頼を取り戻してくれるとはありがたい。さあ中に入ると元気に行こう。
It's done? Eh?
俺が暗式を買ったのどうだけいつまでもしみったれられっとこっちも気分悪いんだよ。
I understand that it's something great that you wanted to do for Kirishima, but why doing it, to Kaminari, taking his money and all? Let's discover the
学
dorms.
生寮は1棟1クラス。右が女子、左が男子と分かれてる。食堂や風呂、洗濯などはここで行う。
All of these teenagers at the same place. Is it really safe?
洗濯が共同スペース。
男女別だ。お前いい加減にしとけ。
Nah.
フロアに男女各4部屋の5階建て。1人1部屋。
That's amazing.
霧島、二時終わったのか。ようやくだ。お疲れ様。生活。これも協調性や規律を育むための。気張るな、いいな。
お部屋披露大会しませんか。
Presentation contest. Ah, to see how you decorated it.
なんか始まりやがった。でもちょっと楽しいぞ。
Yes, it's gonna be interesting also to see it. Come on. I think that it's gonna be really simple. Oh, not at all.
このキーホルダー、俺中学の時買ったわ。出ていけ。お、剣だ。かっこいい。出ていけ。
Huh?
楽しい。
With a lot of mirrors.
楽しいじゃなくて、
入れよ。すげえの見せてやんよ。
No one wants to enter into your room.
普通だ。普通だ。すごい。これが普通ということなんだね。
It's great!
難しそうな本がずらっと。さすが委員長。
おかしなものなどないぞ。
Nothing.
何がおかしい。
Ah!
訓練での破損を想定してたな。
手当たり次第って感じだな。
It's cool? Oh, Koda!
一度インテリアセンスの持ち主か。全員で決めるべきなんじゃねえのか。
It would be fair.
いいじゃん。
No!
第1回 A 組ベストセンス決定戦が今始まる。爆豪君はずっと前にくだらない先に寝るって言った。どうでもいいけど多分女子には分かんねえぞ。
Ah!
この男らしさは。
Huh?
ほらな。
You're a fan?
面白いものどころか。
ミニマリストだったのか。
Yes, it's really simple.
次は1回上がって5回男子。背のからだ。
マジで全員やんのか。
Oh, looks so good!
セロこういうのこだわるやつだったんだ。そうですよね。
To Loki? You're already fans of him. Cool! Ah! You? You made the cake or... Ah, it's gonna be cool to have you as a roommate. For sure they're gonna appreciate that. Only the ones who are okay with it. Cool! Girly, like... I hate that adjective, just so you know. A normal girl's... Ooh, cute! You're gonna make me mad. It's a sweet warm. Oh, it's too much. My kind of room. She didn't want them to see it. That's a big bed. Why them? That's why I love you. I understood you and you were right. True. Oh, you're so honest. Your feelings with expressing them. You're right. You're true to yourself and with them. Oh! No. She's so honest, she's so great. Sweet. I don't think that we're gonna have an hide and seek. Nope. Oh, hide and seek. That was a cool episode. That was a funny one. That's what I needed. They almost got me at several occasions. Like, I really thought that we would have a time jump between the last episode and this one. So when we began everything with seeing that scene again with Dekku's mom making All Might promise that he's not gonna sacrifice himself for Dekku and that she's okay for him to go, for Dekku to go, as long as he's gonna be careful to not make her worry too much. And after that, when she said goodbye, you know, like crying like that, we could see that she was sad, you know, of him leaving for sure, but also that she was still scared about what can happen, and she feels, you know, like she's taking a risk doing so. Like, I really felt it like that, so they almost got me with that. And right there at the end, They could have get me, you know, with Tsu being like that, crying, being so sad, because you know how much I love Tsu since the beginning. I say that she's one of the best, truly. I appreciated the girl because she was talking with her heart and she was really clever and she was thinking also in a cold way, you know, about things, and she was acting like she wanted an all during all of this time, so that's why I really appreciate the girl. So right there at the end, I didn't cry because for me, in fact, I was more focused on all of that scene, you know, the meaning behind it, being the confirmation of everything that I said and thought of her, of the fact that she's so honest with herself, with who she is, with what she thinks, with how she feels, and she expresses it each time, like she's saying it. It's so great, you know, to have someone like that into your life. I hope that you have that chance to have someone who is so honest, not only with who she is, you know, what she wants, how she feels, but also she's saying it, she's expressing it into the good moments, but also the worst. That's so great. And right there, I could understand her so much, the fact that they were back, all of them, at the school with these dorms. They were all excited, they were so glad to be there, but she couldn't, you know, participate to the thing because she was so disappointed by the fact that her friends didn't listen to her, really did that thing which is for her so shocking, so against her rules and principles, that it felt like a lie, you know, for her to be with them without saying it. She's not saying that she's so disappointed that now she can never be friends with them, that it's the end of their friendship and all. Not at all, on the contrary, she's telling them, I'm your friend, I'm still your friend, but to not tell you that you disappointed me, it would feel like a lie and it's making me feel bad, and I want you to know that your decisions had an impact also on me. It made me feel bad, it made me feel sad, it disappointed me. Let's move on now, but still I want you to know that I don't want to be hypocrite with that. And I love so much that she's like that she's saying so. It's what she thinks, it's how she feels, she's expressing it, she's honest again with herself and with them. It's so cool. And I love the fact that they can understand it, they are listening to her, they are supporting her also. What Dekku is saying about coming back to normal life, it's that, you know, they're all trying to do that, but the situation is so bad. With all of what happened to All Might for sure, but also with the consequences of it, that just the fact, you know, that that's its dorms, okay, it's cool, it's fun. To discover all of their rooms, it was really fun, and for sure all of these teenagers at the same place, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool and all, but the situation is not normal. And just, you know, the fact that Aizawa, he said that all of the guys, you know, they were that close to be fired from the school, like to be expelled. And in fact, they're not gonna be regarding to the situation. Just that, you know, it's showing that the situation is not normal at all. So they're trying to come back to normal, but the situation is not. So many things, you know, are proving it. The existence of these dorms, like the fact that Aizawa didn't expel them. These dorms, you know, I appreciate the fact that, okay, it's for their safety, but also the principal, he said it's also to keep an eye on them, because they know that they have a rat inside and they're gonna need to make an investigation on it. Not a public one, but still they're gonna search for who is the rat. I kept that in mind, and really for all of the teachers that we know, I have trouble to imagine that one of them is. I really don't suspect anyone for now. Because also they never showed any clue about something like that. We'll see about it. But yes, that was a funny episode. They almost got me twice, but they didn't have me, and it was just fun. It's cool. After the two last episodes, which were a lot emotionally, it's cool. Okay, I'm gonna watch the next episode right now. For you, it's gonna be in another video. Remember that if you're watching this on YouTube, you can already have my reactions and thoughts to the 4 next episodes. It's really like a jump, like you can binge watch my 4 next reaction videos just today if you're subscribing right now to my Patreon, just in case you can be interested. So it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Great.